Good evening, everyone. What an honor to be speaking in front of such industry stalwarts. My name is Kevin Thomas. I'm a student from the PGDM batch of SPJIMR, and this is my story. Cut to 2011. The stage is set. It's the interzonals basketball finals. My team is up by 2 points. We have the ball. One of our teammates commits a turnover, and the ball goes to them. They rotate the ball. Slowly, they find one open man at the corner. He takes a heave at the rim. And guess what? Luckily for them, the ball goes in. From being 2 points up, now we are 1 point down. We're all dejected. 20 seconds left. Our coach calls for a timeout. Our coach has a play which needs to be executed. We go back in. We inbound the ball. And we did exactly what the coach wanted, except that the teammate of mine, Summer, who took the shot went, rolled around the rim, and it came out. Guess who was there to rebound the ball? Of course, I'm the hero of the story. So I held the ball, I rebounded it, I shot the ball, the whistle blew, and the ball went in. And just like that, we won the match by 1 point. This, my friends, is one of the most cherishable memories that I have from my school days. I know a lot of people who are not very comfortable talking about their school days, almost making me believe that there are two kinds of people. One who thrive at school, and the other who survive. Luckily for me, I was the thriving kind. Well, I was into theater, I was into music, and I had this unending love for football and basketball. You see, at the end of the day, I wanted to make sure that I was always there on either the field or the court. In the process, I made sure that my academics did not suffer. That was the only way of making sure my parents were also happy. I genuinely believed that I had it in me to have a proper, fulfilling career in creative arts or sports. You know, something different from the conventional engineering, MBA, or doctorate. Well, I was ambitious and I was flying. And I genuinely had a very good vertical jump. So I literally was flying. But guess what? As luck would have it, I eventually joined an engineering college. I eventually joined an MBA college. But that's a story for another time. Like I said, I was flying. Now, one fine day, I started experiencing these intense stomach pains. Being the person that I was, I decided not to tell my parents, hoping that it would subside eventually. Second day, the pain intensified. And this time, I observed some blood in my stool. I did not know what was going wrong, but I made sure that I let my parents know. Few hours from there on, I found myself on the hospital aisle, waiting outside the Department of Gastroenterology. The doctor came in, asked me a few questions, asked my parents a few questions, and eventually gave me some medicines and asked me to come back prepared for two procedures, endoscopy and colonoscopy. Now, for those who don't know, endoscopy and colonoscopy basically are done in order to understand if there's anything going wrong in the colon. There's a micro camera that is inserted via the mouth in the case of endoscopy and via the rectum in the case of colonoscopy. On the day of colonoscopy, I realized why people say that too much of anything is not good, irrespective of whether it's good or bad. You see, my immune system had gotten hyperactive and extremely, extremely active in a way that it started treating my own healthy tissues in the colon as external threats. They were trying to kill the own healthy cells within the, or healthy tissues within the colon. I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis. I did not know what to do. Honestly, how it happened, I still don't have an answer. Me checking on Google or me trying to find that answer, till date, it's an effort that goes valiant. For all I know, that time, the doctor prescribed me 2 to 3 months of staying away from all sorts of sports, limiting my diet, and he told me to have some steroids in order to curb the inflammation. Every now and then, I would come back to my room and wonder why exactly was it that it was just me who had to go through this. And obviously, I did not have any answers. You see, the blood loss eventually led to muscle loss. The muscle loss led to fatigue, and the fatigue eventually led to something loss in stamina and agility. I felt as if I was drifting away from sports. I felt as if I was being a liability to the team. I eventually started indulging in very unhealthy eating habits. You see, one misstep leading to a chain of unintended consequences. The steroids that I was having also triggered a very drastic increase in my weight. I genuinely felt that whatever high that I was on during my school days, I was losing out on my confidence. I eventually joined my undergraduate college. The achiever in me had died. The ambition in me had faded. Every now and then, I disliked the idea of myself, and I genuinely hated every bit of what I saw in the mirror. I was not one to open up in public, but in my own space, I felt cluttered, compromised, and in many ways good for nothing. So during the pandemic, everyone was made to stay in their homes. I found myself in the room. Physical activity was becoming a rare event, and frequent meals was more of a frequent event. And eventually, like many of us, I also decided to go and tread a path of nostalgia. On one such night, I came across my old Facebook posts, photos from my school days, photos and videos. There were photos and videos in my casual wear, uniform, formal wear, but most hard-hitting, they were the ones in my basketball attire. The room was dark, and the photos and videos were pretty bright, brighter than usual, perhaps the only source of light. I don't know what overcame me that moment, but I stripped myself naked of all the clothes. I stood in front of the mirror, and I stepped on the weighing scale. It read 100.4 kilograms. For someone who's 5'11" and who has never seen the north of 75 to 78 kilograms during his best playing days, it felt unacceptable. It felt unexplainable. I decided to take a shower. I went to the washroom. I turned on my shower head. I don't know if it was the water from the shower head or the tears pouring down that dripped down my cheeks. For the next 10 minutes, I literally relived the same match that I told about earlier. I imagined myself in that scenario playing again. I came back, I dried myself, I came to a sofa, hugged my knees, and started talking to myself. Am I really compromised, or is it my mind playing with me? I'm still pretty young. I know there is this condition, but I can manage it, right? If I continue to tread via this path, I'm obviously going to get myself sick. So there has to be a way out. I genuinely felt that I had to give myself that chance. You see, the voice in me had changed. I genuinely felt that I had a chance. The voice that had been so down, the voice that was so deep within, the voice that had been silenced and downtrodden, was really, really trying to find its owner. And most importantly, the voice was trying to call for a change. Well, next day was beautiful. You see, I woke up with so much intent, and thank God for YouTube because I genuinely felt that I had 3 or 4 people working out with me. The first week was the hardest. Obviously, you had constant body pain. But then it's a body pain that embarks a new journey, a journey that I really, really wanted to take up. I was not one to give up. I really wanted to make a change, and I decided to take slowly. So, one step at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. Eventually, physical sports was not advised because of the virus, and I had decided to join a nearby gym. It was an unknown territory for me, but then I was pretty sure that it is something that is going to bring results for me. I had the privilege of eating homemade food made by this beautiful woman I call my mother. I genuinely felt that with consistency and discipline, I'll be able to make a change. There were days when I really did not want to go and work out, but those were the days when I pushed myself harder in order to make sure that I'm reaching whatever I feel that I'm destined to be. Safe to say, in the succeeding 24 months, I was able to bring my weight down from 100.4 to 78.6 kilograms. As of now, it is 85 kilograms. But it does not matter because the perspective has changed, the perception has changed. Now I know that this autoimmune disease is going to really stay with me, perhaps till the end of my life. I have made peace with my mind and my body. There is a sense of acceptance. Like French Montana sang and wrote, "Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up." Having said that, my case, the voice was internal. In your case, the voice can be external as well. Today, I am part of GASP, Guild of Actors at SP, and I'm a member of the college basketball team. I'm doing everything that I wanted to do. So guys, keep your eyes open for opportunities. Keep your heart open for hope, your spirit open for joy, and your mind open for growth. Because you never know when your voice of change is coming your way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for captivating us with your wonderful story. Moving forward, we often hear stories of triumph, but a few of them really resonates with us so deeply. Next up, we have someone who has defied all the odds, whose story would humble us, whose story would inspire us. A story of perseverance, a story of determination, a story of a star, a story of a sitara. A sitara who embodies the spirit of our Abhyudaya program. With 7 years of experience in sales, MIS, and administration, and a master's degree in commerce, she has been the heart of our PGDM program. She has also trained herself in classical dance such as Bharatnatyam and Kathak. She brings a beautiful blend of academic, professional, and artistic skills. Please put your hands together to welcome Miss Ruchita Sale.